legend called Journey to the West. This story is a tale that adorned my childhood, a legendary story whose tale often ring in my brain when I hear the name Sun Wukong. Years later, in 2020, a new AAA game title was announced from a game developer that I had never heard of before, Black Myth Wukong. The first trailer that has really shocked the internet. I was skeptical because a year after the teaser trailer was released, there was almost no news about this game. 2 years later, they returned to tickle the curiosity of gamers by releasing further material related to the game. But after that, it was quiet again, as if it had disappeared from the earth. Until finally, August 2024, this game was released to the market, and the next story about this game had become history. And this is what I thought about Black Myth Wukong. Hearing rumors that this game is a Souls-like game, I was actually a little reluctant to play this game. Because to be honest, I'm not a fan of Souls-like games, yeah, and I started with the expectation that this game would be set in an open world. A stupid expectation actually, because they never promoted this game as an open world, but the explosion of this game that rocked the gaming world made me get carried away and decided to try the game. And maybe in the end, I have to thank to the more than 10 million gamers who have made this game viral on the internet.
花风岭八百里，曾是关外富饶地。一朝舒缓凭空气，午夜朝气妙人气。
When playing a game, I'm sure you must also felt it and can distinguish which game is made with the desire to find money and which game is made with love. Black Myth Wukong is one example of a game that is developed with love. Like a lotus flower that is cared for patiently and lovingly from its budding period until its blooming. Like a blooming flower, Black Myth Wukong is pleasing my eyes from the beginning of the game until the end. Game science is really good at making the perfect game opening. Full of action, very effective delivery of information about the game's tutorial, and a prologue that I think is not too long because it took less than half an hour at the beginning of the game before the game title showing up. Everything is shown neatly and perfectly. I think the Black Myth Wukong prologue has the best prologue of the games I've ever played. It doesn't take much time to present, but it leaves a mark on my mind. Fortunately, everything I felt in the prologue was maintained until the end of the game. The straightforward delivery, decorated with epic battles between the distant one and the monster and gods, made the Black Myth Wukong storytelling feel special. Not many games in the same genre can match the epic achievement of this game in terms of executing a very luxurious cutscenes. It must be admitted, The luxurious cutscene in this game are what made me feel at home playing this game.
Enter within and find enlightenment. Idiot! That trickster called you too!
The quest design of this game is a little bit strange. Yeah. Overall, the story is divided into 6 chapters, where each chapter is divided into 6 different maps. For Souls-like players, this might be a common thing, but without a quest marker and objective information, and even worse, with the absence of a map feature in each location, making me confused in the first 2 chapters. Yeah. Is it really that difficult to make minimaps that can make it easier for players to understand each area? I don't know. But fortunately, after reaching chapter 3, I get used to the quest design in this game and actually appreciate the game science decision to not using maps, because the absence of maps requires player to explore the world created from the legend that has been told for years to its darkest corner. Unreal Engine 5 was utilized to the fullest by the developers here. The world of Black Myth Wukong is one of the best gaming world that released this year. Yeah. Unfortunately, perhaps because of the size of each map that's so large, loading in this game is quite slow compared to other recent generation games. Even though I have installed the game on SSD NVMe, the loading still feels too slow. Every map in 6 different chapters is executed brilliantly. Although there are many invisible walls, sometimes make me, who often play open world games, feel frustrated. But that disappointment can be minimized by how amazing the level design in each map. Dense and lush forest, barren desert, cold snowy area, scary spider nest. Honestly, I was afraid to explore the web hollow at the beginning, yeah. Then hot volcanic areas and the mystical Mount Guo. Everything is designed breathtakingly, far from boring and full of mystery. Speaking of mystery, I think secret quest in each chapter is an added value in the way Black Myth Wukong tells its story. This secret quest is very easy to miss if player does not pay attention to the detail of the conversation between the characters and NPCs in the game, especially with the absence of quest marker and objective information, waypoint and maps. I think they should add one of those in the future game, yeah, if they are going to make a sequel, because players like me, if not watching YouTube, will miss out on so much of content in this game, yeah. Things that I don't understand until I beat the game is that why there is no manual save feature in this game. So if you miss a secret in a certain chapter, you cannot load the game from the last save file before you missing that secret. You must start over or start a new game plus. I still don't understand why.
Both remind me of the Venom's touch, as the worm also beset you. An oddity thrives here, the armor worm. Consuming its eggs grants great power. Yet once the larvae hatch, they devour your insides, leaving an undying husk. My fellow disciples, hungry for power, consumed those eggs. And now, most are beyond remedy. Young master, if you will, end their suffering in my stead. They were my fellows. I can't.
As an action RPG game, I think Sun Wukong is one of the games in the genre that is executed smartly, equipped with many options from components that we usually find in RPG games. The only difference here is that I think the developer has arranged it very neatly. Accompanying the protagonist's journey, collect the 6 Wukong relics. This game is equipped with several features that can make the character stronger, like Curious, Mind Core, Brew for Heal, and of course the skill tree, which I think is treated effectively. Although it took a lot point, yeah, to max out the character, total 342 skill points or sparks, but all of these points distributed very well in several complete skill tree branches. Although the moveset feels boring, yeah, in terms of combat mechanic, this is not a big problem because there are other options to fight enemies like spells, transformation, several stance option, and enemy move sets that are encountered, yeah. They are very diverse, making the combat mechanic of this game consistent and entertaining until the end of the game. The variety of build that can be applied also makes Black Myth Wukong gameplay doesn't feel repetitive.
What took you so long? Constipation? I was nearly cooked alive in there. Move it. Blasted eyesore. Wasn't even worth my second glance back in the court. The same look again. A furry coat and a pinched face. Luck's all you've got. Great, another mute. Whatever. Let's not dally.
Actually, I'm not too happy with the developer decision to make the main protagonist in this game not speak at all throughout the game. Some say this treatment is done intentionally to make the player feel what the protagonist feels, but in my opinion, no. I almost didn't feel the character development of the main protagonist here because maybe the absence of the dialogue from the main character might be one of the reasons. I don't know, I just don't feel it. However, I was slightly helped by the presence of Subaji, who joined the Destined One since the 3rd chapter, which more or less represent what the main character really thinks and feels. What stole the attention, of course, was Erlang Sen, who was introduced as a tough and uncompromising god. That was proven from how difficult it was to defeat him at the ending of the secret quest of this game. And the final fight of the secret quest in Black Myth Wukong is the peak of everything, yeah, in related to this game. It's really performance that even exceeds the level of AAA games that I've known so far.
Today's clash didn't satisfy my spirit. Go back with me to the sky. Let us get drunk before we continue this fight. None has what it takes to push me into this fight. This monkey! I've been thinking of you every day since...
Such power must be new to you. You should first spar with them.
Luxurious, magnificent, classy, but still simple and modest, making the Black Myth Wukong a game that doesn't waste a lot of money on the media to promote nonsense, but has proven to be one of the best games released this year. Comparing this game with another AAA games released this year is an insult, yeah, because Black Myth Wukong had reached a higher class than that standard. This is also a hard slap for Western developers who are mostly don't really care about the fun element of game anymore and try to force the game to gain more money with low quality. So yeah, I'm grateful that Black Myth Wukong has exploded in the market, and I hope this game can rise the standard of a AAA games in the future. That is what I thought about Black Myth Wukong, Sobat Zipper. Thank you for watching. If you like the content of this channel, please leave like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you, Sobat Zipper. See you in the near future.
You must have heard tales about him. Some say he helped Tung Monk fetch the scriptures, was granted Buddhahood, and stayed on Mount Lingshan thereafter. Some say it was not him who was granted Buddhahood. The real him was already dead on the journey to the west. Some say that the journey never happened. He is nothing but a monkey who lives in some storyteller's tall tale. But now, you will hear a tale which no one has ever known.